Hi guys, welcome to the ocean at night. So this is a game submitted to the Yaoi Jam. It is also made by the same people who made the Divine Speaker 2.5 Studios. So it's a demo, and we shall be playing through it today. Let's just hope it doesn't become a never-ending demo. I mean, I'm sure it won't be. It said 12,000 words or something. I looked back at the Divine Speaker, and it said like 70,000 words or something. Oh my god, so crazy. Imagine a world filled with adventure, teeming at the edges, and begging to be explored. A realm filled with courageous heroes, mythical beasts and races of every kind. A world of fantasy, of magic and sword fights, of elves and vampires. A life where anything could happen if you wished it. Hundreds of years ago, perhaps that's how the world truly was, but it had all faded away to become a distant memory. Adventure had given way to necessity. Fantasy given way to contemporary. Those that had once called this home, this world home, hunted down to nothing, the remnants highly contested over in the black market. But these days, no one gave any mind to thoughts of the distant past. Some would rather not recall beyond the events of a few days prior. Ooh, girl, me? Is that me? Is it talking about me? I don't like to even think about yesterday. And then there were others who trapped themselves in their daily routines, wishing for the past to stay buried. A gentle breeze passed through the dark streets as I stepped. Well, should I? Do I want to give him that voice? I mean, this is him narrating it. Might have to give him a more masculine voice. A gentle breeze passed through the dark streets as I stepped onto the pavement with a sigh, rubbing at the spot near my temples where I could already feel the headache coming on. Of course it was already night, even though I was supposed to finish at 4:30. More unpaid overtime. What? This is a labor law violation. Ooh, unless he's salaried, in which case, ooh, we need to reform the laws. Maybe it'll make me stand out enough to my boss, and I'll finally land myself a promotion. Oh my god, working for the illusion of a promotion that will never come, that is forever the carrot, the proverbial carrot in front of the proletariat worker's face. Oh lord. Then I'll leave in the early afternoon, go back to my top floor luxury apartment, and have my butler make me my meal. What, does he actually have that? Sounds like he's joking. Yeah, right. Everyone stays late. If you don't, they'll suddenly find a reason for your position to become redundant, and then they'll replace you by the next day. Replaceability in the workplace. Ooh. With a sigh just like my previous, I walked down the uneven path on my way back to my luxury apartment. Ooh, I hope you got a lot of communist, paraphernalia in there, like a little communist flag in there, portrait of Karl Marx. And by luxury apartment, I mean the 3 rooms that cost me nearly the entirety of my paycheck every week. Sure, it doesn't look too shabby, but it's not exactly a place to call my own. Nothing ever changes, does it? So, wait, it's a 3-room apartment? That's kind of big, isn't it? Well, I guess, what is 3 rooms? Is the bathroom a room? I don't think the bathroom counts as a room. What is that? Is the kitchen a room? Like a living room, a bedroom, a kitchen, I guess. Maybe they're really tiny rooms. I've walked this way for so many years already, and I'll be stuck on the same path for the rest of my life. My eyes drifted down to the waterway that connected my office through the town, all the way down to the ocean. It was half dried up and still. If anything, I'd say the water would only come up to my knees. Was he thinking about just drowning in there? What's going on? I swear as a child it looks so deep. Nothing changes, except for my perception of the world. and never in a good way. My eyes gently closed as I walked the familiar way home, my mind already on autopilot. Just a moment to rest. If I could just quit and find another job, but it's impossible. This town is tiny. Even if I could manage to find an open position, any gossip my workmates spread would fill the town instantly. No one would hire me. And then I'd be thrown out onto the street, not able to pay my rent or feed my wonderful General Fluffykins. I'd rather starve than see her go hungry. When I die, you're allowed to eat my body. Anything for you. Maybe I'm going a little crazy. I blinked my eyes open, watching the trees swayed in the wind, and the leaves that floated down into the dark, murky water. When I'm old and gray, will I still be here, walking through the night, just for every day to be a repeat of the last? I suppose it's better this way. When I'm like this, there's no time to think. I don't want to think. If working until I'm exhausted is the way to achieve that, then so be it. I see, that's just what they want. They want you to be so exhausted, you don't even have the time to think about other opportunities and life plans. The bourgeoisie. What's that? It sounds like it's coming from the water. Would someone really be swimming at this time of night? Wait, you're definitely not allowed to swim in there. It's so late and pitch black. Did someone fall in? Maybe a drunk. Peering through the darkness, I squinted at the water, trying to get an idea of just what was going on. The splashing continued, becoming more and more frenzied. Am I seeing things? I swear, something looks like it's glowing down there. In that moment, I locked eyes with someone. Someone with half their body sticking out from the water, trying desperately to what? They wildly thrashed around, trying to escape from what could only be the gate. The grate. I think this is the Merman. We'll give them a little higher voice to complement his masculine, broken proletariat spirit. Hey you, help me. Me? Can you see anyone else around? Of course I mean you. His voice stayed low, barely above a whisper, but I could already hear below his sarcasm, a deeply troubling tone, begging for help. Well, girl, you on your own. Bye, honey. There's no choice, is there? He might be stuck, and my conscience won't let me sleep tonight if I just leave him. This is just my luck, though. The last thing I need right now is to deal with a probably drunk man stuck in a grate. With yet another sigh, stepped over the barrier, removing my shoes, stepped into the water. With yet another sigh, stepped over the barrier, removing my shoes, stepped into the water. Is there something wrong with that sentence? So odd. What are you doing in here? You should know swimming isn't allowed. I wouldn't be swimming here if I had a choice. Quickly, less talking and more pulling. How exactly did you get stuck in the grate? Are you a criminal or something? Why would a criminal get stuck in the grate? I don't even understand that. What? No. Well, I guess I kind of am, but that's not important. Hurry up. The water was cold and slimy. I really hope this doesn't stain. I can't afford new clothes this month. Girl, you living paycheck to paycheck. You can't even buy new clothes, new threads if you sully them in the river. Or next month. Probably not the month after either. I quickly grabbed onto the man's arms. They were slender and fine, although I still couldn't see him very well through the darkness. Where did your shirt go? Anyway, can you push a little? What do you think I've been doing exactly? And I've never had a shirt in the first place, okay? With a final pull, he finally came loose. His body tumbled out of the grate, skidding through the shallow water before coming to a halt. My body froze instantly. What took up my sight was something huge, the color of coral and lavender. It swished through the water, trying to gain some traction, but it was just too shallow to work. A tail. A tail? What? Shush! They'll hear you! You're a... Suddenly, flashlights lit up in the distance. 10, 20, 30. No, much more than I could count. They lit up the hills around the town, searching around desperately. Along with what was the sound of heavy boots stomping. Did you check over there? How would he get here with a tail like that, stupid? Quick, check the waterways. He can't have gotten far. Oh shit. Oh shit, no. This isn't real. This isn't happening. This is the last thing I need right now. What is going on? Is the secret police out on the streets right now? What, like, is the Gestapo out here trying to put all the mermen in internment camps? What's happening now, sis? Don't want to get on the bad side of the Gestapo. The Merstapo, like Merman, Gestapo. I looked down at the merman lying in the water just ahead of me, weakly trying to propel himself through the water, but he couldn't. He looked skinny, and even with that big, strong-looking tail, weak. I swallowed hard. Please! Some part of me wanted to run, to pretend I was never here. Why risk myself for someone I don't know after all? But I think it was the look on his face that convinced me otherwise. Never had I seen such an expression of pure terror. The last trace of leaving without him went out the window, and I quickly picked him up from the water, which was no small feat. He's kind of a fat ass. He weighed probably double my weight? Honey, how are you even picking him up then? How are you picking up someone that weighs more than double your weight, huh? I don't think so. He weighed probably double my weight in his tail alone. Shit. Where are you taking me? I don't know. Away from here, at least. Quickly, I dragged him to the edge of the water, eyes glued on the quickly encroaching flashlights. They bobbed in the darkness, getting closer by the second. God, how much do you weigh, fat ass? I'll be lucky if my back doesn't hurt any more than it usually does tomorrow. He clung onto me, the cold water from his body seeping further into my clothes. I quickly draped my cardigan over the top of his tail. It didn't hide much, but it was better than nothing, I suppose. Dashing through the streets away from the lights, we quickly ran towards a dark alley, footsteps passing by us loudly. The shouting sounded like it was coming from every direction. Surely there's a way to escape, right? If I'm caught with him, what will happen to me? Shit, what have I gotten myself into now? I don't want to go back, the merman muttered under his breath, drawing even closer to me. There's no way to escape, is there? Just leave me here and run. If there's no chance of getting out of here, then I'd rather not drag someone else into my mess. His voice trembled, full of dejection and coated in sadness. No, I'll get you out of here. I'm sure I know these streets better than they do. Better than the Merstapo? Don't get my hopes up if you can't deliver. I'm helping you, you know. You could be a little more gracious.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll say it if you really do get me away from them.
You got a little bit of a sassy attitude, don't you there, Merman? Taking a deep breath to calm my racing heart, I dashed back onto the streets, choosing the path with the least streetlights. As we got closer and closer to my apartment, the flashlight slowly dimmed out, and the sound of stomping boots was far in the distance. Finally, I stood in front of the entrance to my apartment. Just one thing stood between us. The lobby. I left work at 9 p.m. After everything that had happened, it must be at least 10 p.m. Surely that means no one will be around, right? I poked my head in, my arms feeling weak from the man's weight. Okay, we get it, sis. He's overweight, okay? Like, this is enough, okay? You're just shaming him at this point. Shit. Just inside, I could see the back of someone's head. Patchy and gray. My landlord. He lives a few floors down from me. Calling him unfriendly would be an understatement. How am I meant to sneak past him?
Who is it?
My landlord.
Can you take him out?
Yeah, sure. Let me just pull out my M1911. I have a silencer for it here. I'll just attach it and we can take him out in a second. What? No, he's just an old man.
It was just an idea.
I'm not going to kill my landlord.
Then, have you got a better idea?
Well, guess I'll have to waste this old fella. Old man could at least listen to it in his room. What? Oh, is he listening to something? Like a TV or something? We'll try to sneak past him. He's busy listening to the radio, so we might be able to do it.
And if he turns around, we always have my plan.
Goodness, this merman is cold. He's stone cold, ice cold. My headache was only getting worse. Leisurely, as if I was just returning home and not harboring a would-be fugitive, I pushed the lobby door open with a creak, stepping onto the fake marble flooring. I always did think it was tacky, but I'd never thought it was quite this squeaky and loud. With each footstep, I watched the back of my landlord's head with more worry waiting for him to With each footstep, I watched the back of my landlord's head with more worry, waiting for him to turn around, shout for help, and call the police. At the very least, I don't think he knows how to use a phone. Stupid-ass landlord. Stupid-ass old man. Can't even use a phone. He stayed facing away, listening intently to the radio. We're reporting many people with flashlights searching through the town. Police have yet to confirm exactly who is being searched for, but we've been led to believe it's either a lost person or an escaped prisoner. Oi, who's sneaking around back there? Oh, good evening. I've just got back from work, so I should be heading off to bed now. Who are you to be telling us who's sneaking around? We live here! We live here! Landlords are just... they're just the lapdogs of the bourgeoisie. My laughter trailed off when he didn't join in. With his head still facing away, I pressed the button for the elevator, praying he wouldn't turn around. You shouldn't be out so late. There's news of a criminal on the loose. Well, overtime and all, you know. But thanks for the heads up. I'll keep that in mind. The elevator reached the ground floor with a ding, and I quickly hurried in, smooshed in beside the man's large tail. Boy. Yes? Don't forget, your house inspection is coming up. Inspection? Is that a typical thing if you have an apartment? Is it? Of course, good night. It turns out spamming the floor button doesn't make the doors close any faster. What felt like an eternity later, I let out the breath I'd been holding in. I thought that was it for us.
What a useless guard.
A guard? What? He's not a guard. He owns the building.
Is he not standing on guard in case of anyone escaping?
This isn't a prison. It's an apartment complex. I could almost see the question mark appear above his head, but there was no time to address his confusion. The elevator dinged, and the doors opened to the 4th floor where my apartment was. Quickly checking for anyone else, I rushed over to my door, struggling to pull the keys from my pocket. Finally, we stumbled into my room. Home sweet home, finally. Let's put all that behind us. Alright, let's have a party. Let's break out the champagne. I blinked down at the man at my arms, the weight of what I'd done finally settling in my guts. He's actually looking kind of good. This is one built Merman. The skin looked even paler than before, and his eyelids heavy. Are you okay?
Water.
Water. Okay, got it. I glanced around my room. Sink. No good. Bathtub? Probably our only choice. This is a pretty nice looking apartment, honestly. It kinda looks nice. It looks really nice. So, is the bathtub alright? I don't have anything else. Oh, goodness.
Just hurry it up already!
Oh, okay, sorry. With my arms feeling as heavy as lead, I rushed into the bathroom and turned the light on. My arms nearly screamed in relief as I dropped him into the bath. I quickly turned the water on and it filled up around him. I always thought my bath was pretty big, nice and deep, perfect for a soak after a long day's work. But with him in it, it looked tiny. His huge tail hung out over the edge, the water glistening over his scales. He leaned down over the edge, sighing in happiness.
Finally! Fresh water.
A few moments later, and the color had come back to his face somewhat.
This is bliss.
So,
I'm a flying pig. What does it look like I am? Is that why you have glasses? Some trouble with your eyesight?
I just risked my life for you, and that's how you speak to me?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for that.
Maybe I'll just go turn myself in after all.
No, wait a second. I really am thankful, okay?
A light color of pink covered his cheeks, and he refused to make eye contact. The sight of someone that was so smart, mouth suddenly becoming timid made me look away, blushing in return. Ooh, he's having fun in there. Can we join him for the bath? Oh, it's no big deal, I guess. Is, the water okay?
It's fine.
Wait a second. This is too normal. I quickly rushed out the door, slamming it behind me with a loud bang that resounded through my apartment. Calm down, what's wrong? Okay, that didn't really happen. I'm just seeing things. I'm tired from work. I'm sure if I just... With a shaky hand, I pushed open the bathroom door again. The merman still laid in my bath. When he saw me, he smiled sweetly and waved.
Still here. I think I'm real too.
I slammed the door once again, the bang echoing through my room. We're gonna get a noise complaint. Ooh. Shit, okay. I wasn't imagining it. There is indeed a merman in my bathtub.
Can you stop slamming the door? It's noisy.
Oh, sorry. Why am I apologizing?
It's my house. I think I'm going to head to sleep for now. Night-night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I don't think you understand that that's an actual worry of mine. With that unsettling thought, I sat down on my couch. Wait, you're sleeping on the couch? I sat down on the couch. The TV remote was on the coffee table, but I wasn't in the mood to watch anything. I'm starving. If I don't eat tonight,
I guess if you just skip meals, you can save money. Yes, that's okay.
if I don't eat tonight, I can save a little bit more of my pay, though. As I weighed up the pros and cons of something fluffy shot out from under the couch before jumping up beside me. General Fluffykins. Oh god, it's been a hell of a day. I'm so happy to see you. Hey, Glasses. Are you talking to yourself? Go to sleep. I can't. You won't stop talking. I scratched around her neck and she purred and climbed onto my lap, cuddling into me. The money saved from eating tonight could mean another salmon treat for her. With that thought, I laid back on the couch with the promise to rest my eyes for only a few moments, but I quickly fell asleep.
Also, it keeps you nice and thin and sexy for the boys, you know? Skip a meal. You know, you'll look good. Don't do that.
Just 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes? My eyes shot open and I quickly scoped up my phone from the coffee table. 8:15. Shit. I'm going to be late.
When does your work start at 9 or what? That sounds like enough time.
How did I miss my alarm? Jumping up from my spot on the couch, General Fluffykins leapt up in surprise. I ran for the bathroom and threw open the door. Morning! Would it kill you to open the door like a normal person? Please, no more slamming. It's really annoying. The bathroom was exactly the same as I'd left it last night to my chagrin. Though, through my sleepy haze, I remembered sneaking him into my apartment, as if I was on the run. Why did I do that again? That doesn't sound like me at all.
Wait, again? What? I'm confused.
I'm going to be late. I really need the shower. Well, it's taken. I can see that, but what do you want me to do? Get out with my legs and wait for you to finish? Well, no, but it's not exactly like I can never shower again. You smell fine. You should shower every day. Look, if it's that,
Save money, don't shower, hun. Hey, if you're skipping meals, skip showers.
Look, if it's that much of a problem, just get in the bath with me. Not so keen anymore. Eff it, I'll shower later. I don't have time for this. We can talk more later. I definitely need a shower then, okay? Sure. Work out where else to put me then. The sink? Not funny. Hey, what happened to your face? Didn't you have some kind of markings? They come and go.
What?
Right. With not even a second to waste, I rushed back out of the bathroom and dressed, before dropping yesterday's moist clothes into a basket to be washed later.
Moist with sweat?
I grimaced at the sight of the dark, wet stains. With that final thought, I poured some food into General Fluffykins' bowl and raced out the door.
Oh, damn. We really ran out here. We're gonna be... These clothes are gonna be all sweaty, too.
I burst into the office, quickly found my punch card and clocked in. With my fear, my eyes searched for the clock.
Oh, maybe it's 8:30 is when his work starts.
8:32 a.m.
Oh, goodness. You piece of garbage, boss. I hate the bourgeoisie. Eat the rich. Anyhow, um, well, Kova, late. This isn't a good look at all. I'm sorry, boss. I just overslept. Overslept? Do you think that's a good excuse for being late to your shift? Girl, it's been 2 minutes! No, this won't look good to the higher-ups at all. You're already walking a fine line, you know. I was here like 6 hours after work. Girl, if I can't walk in 2 minutes late, ooh, I'm gonna jump you. I'm gonna jump you with my gang. Ooh, you better watch yourself, boss, because this is how you die. You're going to die. I've really been sticking my neck out for you, and this is how you repay me? At this rate, you'll be stuck in this position for the rest of your life. Ooh, he's getting jumped. Ooh, you better be careful walking home tonight, boss. Sticking out your neck, my ass. All you do is make everyone work overtime, then take all the credit. Is that what you want? No, sir. I apologize. It won't happen again. It better not. You better make the time back tonight. Girl, I already made back the time yesterday night. Ooh, you're gonna die. Ooh. I'm guessing he doesn't mean 2 minutes of overtime. Get to your desk, then. Yes, sir. With gritted teeth, I sat down in front of my computer and powered it on. Did you hear that the management team is furious? Why? What happened? I heard that. My job mostly involved numbers, bookkeeping, data entry, general admin duties, a support role. Not exactly what I dreamed of becoming as a child, but whatever I wished for back then was impossible now. That dream shattered long ago. Swallowing down that feeling, I concentrated on work, blocking out all the chatter. If throwing myself into work was the only way to forget, then so be it. I work for an admirable company, Horizons Incorporated. I'm the one being unreasonable here. I'm lucky to have a job in the first place. Ooh, girl, ooh, universal basic income. Ooh, we should all have it. With those thoughts in my mind, I tried to stop thinking and focus only on work. I mostly succeeded, except for when my mind snuck back to the guest in my bathroom. Better I keep quiet about that. I think I still don't know where he came from. Before I knew it, it was already 11 and time for my break. I quickly set the timer going on my computer. 5 minutes exactly. A second later and I'd be in even more trouble than I was this morning. My shoulders cracked as I stretched and stood, walking over to the water cooler. Of course, everyone knows the water cooler is where the gossip is. Usually I try to avoid it, but my throat was dry and scratchy, and my stomach empty. I'll eat when I get home. No time now. I'm telling you, they're furious. Because of an escapee? I thought it was only a rumor that we dabbled in conservation efforts. What happened? Oh, Kova, didn't you notice that the boss is in a bad mood today? I glanced at his door out of the corner of my eye. Seemed about normal to me. Yeah, a little. Well, did you hear that there were people desperately searching through the town in the middle of the night? People are saying that a criminal must have escaped or something. But I think differently. I'm telling you, the rumors about Horizon Incorporated are true. And they're dealing with all kinds of supernatural races behind the scenes, so... Are supernatural races just accepted as fact in this world, or... You think so? I mean, that stuff is so far in the past. I can barely believe they even existed. I could feel a band of sweat rolling down my forehead.
If this is true, and Nero escaped from there, I'm totally effed if they find him.
You're thinking too hard. If they were involved with the conservation, then they'd announce it, right?
Well, maybe.
What do you expect them to be looking for? An escaped mermaid or something?
Oh, look at the time. My break's over. An escaped mermaid. That would be just too crazy. I'm in deep shit now. God, I don't have the energy to deal with this. Rushing back to my desk, I quickly clicked stop on my break timer. I had 30 seconds left, but better be back early than late. I don't understand, though. Obviously, at some point, many different races existed, but they were hunted to the ground. Everyone knew that. It's a fact, although one that I didn't think much about, since it all happened so long ago. Another equally important fact is that traders in the underworld put a heavy price on anything different. Then organizations must exist that look out for them. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I've heard rumors about what Horizons Incorporated does in secret, but it's never been more than that. It's just rumors.
Why did I add that?
It's just. If they really are working on conservation, why keep it a secret? It should be a source of pride.
Ooh, because girl, they're rallying them up. They're grouping them up to eat them. Why do you think they hunted them to extinction back then? To eat them. Ooh, I bet Merman tastes good.
And why would someone escape with such a terrified look on their face? My mind wandered back to the merman, whose name I still didn't have. Half stuck in a grate, desperately clawing at the muddy water, trying to escape. That's not the face of someone being protected, is it? Then what's going on here? Hey, Kova! What? Hey, sorry, I was lost in my thoughts. I just wanted to ask you.
Oh, she? And I gave the female voice to workmate too.
Does she know?
Whatever, you can stay. We stan a sister with a masculine voice.
If you could just look over the figures for tomorrow's meeting. Sure, I can do that. With a smile, she went back to her desk. She's a heavy smoker. How long will I have to keep this up? The rest of the day passed by in a blur. Not exactly fast, but my mind was so occupied that before I knew it was already 4:30 p.m. I glanced sideways at the door to my boss's office. Overtime. Wait a second. My house inspection is today. I can't let him in with a merman in my bath. I'll be busted instantly. Quickly, I rushed towards the door, noting on the clock that it was now 4:42 p.m., and I paid back the minutes I was late. My boss poked his head out from his office, shooting daggers at me.
Where do you think you're going? What happened to making up that time? Girl, ooh, ooh,
I quickly pointed at the clock, which is now 4:43 p.m. Sorry, I have a house inspection, but I promise I'll stay late tomorrow.
Not a good look, Kova. Upper management will be disappointed to hear about this. How about I take a knife and I cut a nice smile across your face, boss? How would you like that? Would you like to smile? Seriously, let's go Joker. Let's go to Joker on him.
I rushed out the door, sprinting out into the streets and legged it all the way home, completely forgetting to clock out at all. How could I forget about the inspection when he reminded me just yesterday? All this merman business is messing with my head. The lobby to my apartment complex was empty. My landlord was nowhere in sight. The elevator waited with open doors and I hurriedly pushed the 4th floor button. The second the elevator's doors opened again, I saw my landlord in front of my door with a key halfway in the lock. Sir!
Finally home, are you? I knocked for ages with no reply.
I just got off work. Let me unlock the door for you. He stepped back, giving me a moment to find my keys and unlock the door. My heart rate picked up, and I could hear it beating hard in my ears. What am I supposed to do?
What's that? Speak up.
I'm sorry, just give me a second. I rushed through the now open door before slamming it back closed in his face.
Boy, what are you trying to pull? You better not have messed up the place. Girl, this is my place. You will be allowed in here when I say so.
I promise, nothing's messed up at all. Give me a second.
What do you have to hide? Cat bed, litter tray toys, food bowls, a merman.
Why does everyone keep mentioning a merman?
Oh wait, no, I thought that was the landlord saying that. I don't know why. So I read it in his voice.
I moved like the wind, scooping up all General Fluffykin's belongings and shoving them out onto the small balcony.
So am I not allowed to have a cat, I'm guessing? I'm definitely not allowed to have a merman.
After I rushed back into the bathroom to find him still leaning against the edge of the bath, looking bored. You're finally home. I've been really bored, you know. No time to talk. What? Hey, what are you doing? Please, just stay quiet and I'll explain everything after. I sprinted back to the open balcony, collecting General Fluffykins on the way, and shoved them out on the balcony. The cat and merman looked at each other in shock before their eyes turned back to me. Please just trust me. What kind of beast is this? You want me to hold it? Shush. I shut the balcony door firmly shut before pulling back the curtains. There, hidden. With the room looking bare of both cats and mermen, I finally opened the door. Sorry, sir. You can come in now. You little prick. You're lucky I even let you live here, and you dare to treat me like this.
Honey, I'm gonna tell you what I told my boss. Would you like a nice smile cut into your face? Because, you know, I don't think you're smiling right now.
I'm always lucky for something, aren't I?
This game's trying to turn me into a murderer. Worthless kid. If I find even a single thing wrong with my apartment, you'll be out on your ass. You got that?
I'm not a kid. I'm 25 and I have a kitchen knife in my kitchen. I could murder you.
Seriously, murder him. Let's murder everyone who's wronged us. I'm a little bit bitter.
Yes, please. Feel free to look around now.
Huh. I don't need your permission. Ooh, girl. Ooh, you just been added to my list of people I'm definitely going to murder when there's a communist revolution. Ooh, hoo, hoo.
My landlord walked around my apartment, checking every cupboard, opening every compartment. He checked my fridge, my oven, under my couch.
What is this? Is this normal behavior? Is this normal? Is this normal if you have an apartment?
He strained his old muscles, pushing furniture around and inspecting for any kind of damage.
What's this box under your bed?
Don't touch that.
Excuse me?
I apologize. It's the only thing I have left from my grandmother.
Right. Well, don't clutter the place up too much.
He does this every time. Rifles through all my stuff and threatens to throw me out if I complain. I'm used to it now, and it's not like I keep anything personal anyway, I guess. My eyes darted back to closed curtains. Just a little bit longer. While I wasn't paying attention, my landlord opened up my bathroom door and stepped in.
What's the bath full for?
I had a merman in there. I was actually going to have a quick dip after work. You know how it gets this time of year. I'm a little sweaty. Silently, his head popped back out of the open doorway, and he eyed me up suspiciously.
Haha. What's with that chemical smell? You up to no good in here?
Chemical smell? Chemical smell? Oh, I just washed the floors actually. New product and all that.
Huh. At least you're keeping it clean.
Yes, sir. I always take care of the place. With a scowl, he ran his eyes over the interior of my apartment once more, searching for anything he could write me up about, but he found nothing. You're safe this time, kid. Don't let me catch you doing anything unseemly, you got that? Of course. And... oh shit, come on, not now, not when we're this close. He quickly approached the curtains, hands resting on the fabric. Oh my god. What now? I can hear the lady on the 7th floor tap dancing again. What? I already told her if I caught her doing it again, she'd be out. She's destroying my floors. Quickly, you'd best go tell her now, before they get even more ruined. His hands pulled away from my curtain, and he rushed out of the apartment, the door shutting behind him with a soft thud. Ugh. God, I'm so not made for this. Can I come in now? Yes. Yes. I took a deep breath, trying desperately to calm my quickening heart. I've never been good at lying. I have no clue how I made it this far. Opening the balcony door, I saw my lovely General Fluffykins on one side of the balcony, hair on end and hissing profusely. On the other end was the mystery merman, pretending to hiss back. What happened? Your little hellbeast tried to take a bite out of me. A hellbeast? Her name is General Fluffykins. Are you serious? Why wouldn't I be? It sounds like a kind of dumb name for a hellbeast. She's a cat, a normal cat. She wouldn't even hurt a fly. A cat? Some kind of guardian beast? I suppose that makes sense. She would defend you to her last breath, and she sensed I was a threat. What a truly fierce adversary. She's just a house cat. Whatever. Tap dancing is the best excuse you could come up with. It worked, didn't it? What would you have done if it hadn't, though? At best, I would have been thrown out for keeping a cat. At worst, I would have been arrested for hiding a mermaid. So, why exactly was I thrown out like that? My landlord needed to inspect the property. The guard from downstairs? He's not a guard, he owns the building. He owns the place you live as well as checks up on you? Is he your captor? Yes. This is the reality of capitalism. We're all captors to the dollar. Not exactly. I pay him money and he lets me stay here. But I'm not allowed a cat or a mermaid, I guess. What a strange relationship. It's normal. Abuse is totally normal in capitalism. No matter. Where have you been all day? At work. You know what work is, don't you? Some kind of task you complete for monetary advancement? That'll do. He cocked his head to the side with a frown, biting lightly at his lower lip. What is it? You told them, didn't you? They'll come and find me soon, won't they? Them? They? I didn't tell anyone anything, I promise. You're safe here with me. He knitted his brows relaxed, and he looked back at me with a smile. Did you lie to them, just like you lied to your guard captor? What the? He was acting kind of cute a second ago, and now he's back to being annoying. Come on, let's get you back in the bath already. Scooping him up in my arms, he flicked his tail and nearly made me trip. Hey! You shouldn't just pick me up out of no- Wait, it was Kova saying hey. You shouldn't just pick me up out of nowhere then. I'm helping you. What's the problem? You can't get there yourself. His white skin flushed and he crossed his arms over his body. Are you embarrassed? You said I was heavy. You are. Your tail weighs more than I do. I can't help that. Exactly, that's not something to be embarrassed about. Thanks. He mutters a thank you and finally let me take him back to the bath. General Fluffykins followed behind me happily. He settled down into the bath, sinking down into the now cool water as if it was warm and inviting. Isn't that cold? Cold or warm, both are good.
Wait, Nero? Did they say his name a second ago? Did I miss that? No. Odd. Very odd.
Huh? Interesting. I pulled the bath mat closer, sitting down beside the man that was once again in my bath. He really is real. I really am going to be in so much trouble if anyone finds him.
Oh, well, guess you're back to... Sorry, Nero. We thought we knew your name for a second, but that was just a delusion.
Thrown out the door with no care, then dumped back in a tiny bath. I'm sorry, you really don't fit, do you? Is it uncomfortable? Yeah. But anywhere's better than there. He muttered quietly, looking away from me. Your tail really is beautiful, though. Is it? He beat it casually against the edge of the bath, glistening with water. But when I looked closer, I could see something else. Small cuts and gashes. Are they from being stuck in that grate? I reached out and ran a finger over his tail, and he glared daggers at me before slapping it against the bath. Don't touch it! You're injured. It doesn't matter. It'll heal on its own. I'll go get the first aid kit. I just said... Wait there. Not like I can go anywhere.
I mean, is there any point to bandaging a wound that's going to be submerged in water constantly?
With the contents of the first aid kit strewn about on the bathroom floor, I picked up a few contenders and read the instructions.
Contenders? I guess... I don't know that meaning of the word.
Huh. I guess it would be a little too much to ask for... I guess it'd be a little too much to ask for it to say, safe for mermaids on the back, right? I wonder if this can even be used on you. Why wouldn't it be okay? I don't know. I've never given first aid to a mermaid before. I'm not so different to you, you know. Except for the tail. He pouted a little with a sigh. Sorry I wasn't born a human then. Wait, I'm sorry. I worded it badly. I just don't want to cause more harm than good. This cream should be okay. Can I put it on? Fine. He winced in pain as I applied the cream to his wounds, his whole body tensing up in response to it. Does it sting? A little. I don't know how well this will work, but try not to get it wet, okay? Try not to get my body, which is submerged in water, wet. Got it. By the way, you never told me your name. I don't have one. You what? I was never given a name. What about you? Kova. Not a bad name. Do you really not have one? What use is a name if no one talks to me? Surely someone's talked to you in the last... How old are you? 21, and nope. How could that be possible? How can you even speak if no one's talked to you, huh? God, I left you here all day without food, didn't I? Are you hungry? Can you eat human food? Please don't say seafood. Please don't say seafood. I really can't afford seafood. I can eat anything you can. What do you usually eat? I don't know. Some kind of nutrient paste. Just get me whatever you eat. Whatever I eat. Right. Here's a big old plate of nothing. Don't you feel sexier already? Popping up from the bath mat, I strolled back into the kitchen and opened up the fridge. Let's see, what do we have here? 1 egg, the milk expired a week ago, a wilted lettuce. So, you do have food to eat, you just let it expire. Okay, well that's spending your money wisely. Okay, no good. Maybe the cupboards. Closing the fridge with a promise to restock next time I get paid, I opened up the cupboard and pulled out 2 packets of instant noodles. Not exactly nutritious, but it fills the spot. I quickly set them cooking for the next couple of minutes before carrying them carefully into the bathroom. Hellbeast, be gone! She's just jealous. She's ready to attack me! She's not used to anyone else taking my attention. Don't you worry, I'll feed you in a minute. The hissing subsided as I stroked down her back, becoming a loud purr. You hold some kind of spell over her. No, she just likes me. Here, I made noodles. Sorry, my fridge is a little empty at the moment. Noodles? What are noodles? These... They're cheap, I know, but it's better than nothing. These are amazing! How can something so delicious exist in this world? Oh. Not bad, are they? Being a human must be amazing if you can eat food like this all the time. This is the food you eat if life isn't amazing, but at least he's enjoying them. I don't think I've ever seen him look so passionate. Girl, you've known him for like 24 hours. What does it say here? There? Nero's Noodles. It's the brand. Nero, it's perfect. Then I'll be Nero from now on. That's amazing. I had a vision that your name was Nero a couple minutes ago. Incredible. That's a fine name. Pardon? You want to name yourself after a brand of noodles? Do you have any better idea? No? I guess it's fine enough. A fine enough name. It's nice to meet you, Nero. And it's nice to meet you too, Koba. He smiled widely, slurping down the noodles hungrily. I was starving too. I forgot that I didn't eat all day, or yesterday for that matter. The noodles were very welcome. Now I'm 2 packets down though, I'll have to adjust my budget. Nero, can I ask some questions about you? Like what? Like, where you came from? And why were you being searched for so frantically? Please let this all be a coincidence. Let them be looking for someone else. I don't ever want to go back to that awful place. He rested his head in my arms, hiding away from me. Why not? You wouldn't understand. I want to understand. I don't want to talk about it. Just know that I'd rather die than ever be taken back there. Then, okay, let's just forget about the past for a moment. What about the future? The future? What do you want to do after this? I've never dared to dream of the future. Now's your chance. I want to go to the ocean, to see what it looks like, to swim beneath the moon, to go where no one can ever find me again. The ocean? You say that like you've never been. I haven't. I was born in captivity. All I've ever known is the confines of my tank. Oh, and your bath now, I guess. You've never been free? People like me don't get that kind of privilege. Or, well, I don't think they do. I don't know. I've never met anyone else like me. It's late. Why don't you go get some rest? If you're tired, you can just say so. Okay, I'm tired, so... Time to do a little research.